Hey everyone, Techni here, and what we're going to review today is the Ferrari 458 Spider racing wheel for Xbox. You know what? I don't even know what the heck a Ferrari 458 is. Now let me catch you right there before you all start making fun of me that I didn't know what a Ferrari 458 is, right? I did just look it up on my phone, and hot diggity dog, that is one nice car. A car I will never have that I can only dream about. And yes, the title does say it right. There will be a giveaway for this racing wheel, and not just one, but two of these racing wheels. So stay tuned, watch the rest of the video, and find out how you can be entered for that giveaway. But now this wheel is solid for the price. As you see up here, it's plastic. It's real durable plastic now. And now on the side of the grips here, it's like this really nice, thick, durable rubber, and I really like the feel of it. Kind of just fits right into your hands. I really wish they would have wrapped the entire wheel with it, you know, so you kind of get that real thick, durable feel around. Again, it goes into the plastic, so it's kind of like, meh, you know, but again, the sides are incredibly durable and they feel very nice in the hands. As far as your front controls, you have an absolute plethora of buttons, all your basic X, Y, A, Bs, your start and select, the little start engine right here, that's your D-pad actually, how you control on there. Up here is your LB, RB, these guys back here, and they are actually metal, right? So super nice. They're the one, I think the, what do you call them, slap shifters or something? I'm not sure what you call it, but the ones in my actual vehicle that I drive are plastic. Yet this thing has the metal, so I mean it's kind of weird, you know. And then you have your other buttons right back here on the back. So as far as controls and everything, while you're driving and everything, it's right there and it's super easy to access, just perfect. Now let's take a look at the pedals, and before we get into those, how you connect them is you have this little like Ethernet looking deal cord here, and you see that slot right on the back of the wheel. This just plugs right into there, and then your wheels are synced up. So as far as the pedals, I mean they're all plastic, but it's a really nice build. It's not too heavy like against some of the other ones I've used with the metal pedals and everything, but even with those with the metal pedals, the base is still plastic, you know what I mean? You just kind of got the metal there and the metal arm. These guys do have the plastic arm right here, but it's very, very sturdy. When you press it down, there's no flex or anything like that. You know, you have nice resistance in there too, so it feels pretty realistic. Down here, I know you guys aren't going to be able to see that on the camera. Let me see. Oh, there you go. You see right in there, inside the little, where the pedal goes down, you have a little rubber back there. So you're not getting like a plastic clicky sound. You know, you can hit that little rubber padding, and then it kind of stops right there. So really nice feel. Again, your pedals you can take off, rotate them, or maybe put on some different ones. I don't know if you can put on some metal ones. Maybe you find like an AutoZone or something. That might be a little too much pressure on the plastic arms right there. On the bottom of this guy also, you have some rubber feet right here, so it's really nice. If you're on carpet, it's going to grip for you. Your wire can tuck in either side, whichever direction you like. And if you guys can see right down there, you can see little silver inserts. So if you have a little base or a little steering wheel stand or whatever, you can actually screw those into there, which I highly recommend so it stays steady on you. But definitely 100% if you scoop this guy up or anything, definitely find, if you're on the carpet or if you slap it down to a piece of wood or a racing wheel stand or anything like that, make sure you either screw it in, slap you a nice big piece of Velcro on it or something, or bungee it down, because when you're pressing on this guy, it's going to just be, I mean, it is all over the place. And that's one of these guys right here. And again, I highly recommend one of these because, again, you can just attach the wheel right here. You can adjust it however you want, if you want it closer, further, higher up or anything. And then you can attach your wheels right on the bottom. And this thing is pretty dang heavy. And they don't run too bad. I think you can find them around 50 to give or take around $100. And it's if you're into the racing and you want it to be the best experience, I highly recommend one of those. as you can see, like when I turn it further, it gets a little bit tighter, right? But you can tell, like here, I'll go halfway, and then it kind of bounces back. You know, so you get that tension, so it really feels like you're cutting that corner, and you can really feel it tight right there on both sides. And then, but like I said, it bounces back if you let go of it, which you never do when you're driving, right? You just kind of, you're turning, and then it pulls you right into it, and it feels, you know, realistic. It really does, because you turn like that, then when you let go of your turn, it pulls out and gets a little bit, you know, not as much strain on it, just like if you're driving a regular car. Now, as far as how you attach it to whatever table or whatever you're using, it gives you this little guy here with the feet, and then this big old bolt. Slides right into the bottom, and then on the bottom of the racing wheel you can see that hole right there, and this just attaches right into there, and it's going to grip, of course, however tight you make it, and it'll grip onto whatever you use. Now, I highly recommend you not using like a snack table or something, because you're going to be getting into this guy hot and heavy, and that snack table is going to fly right over. Definitely put it on as a nice sturdy surface, computer desk, or again a racing stand, which is what I use. I'm not a big like racing fan, right? But who doesn't love a good racing game? And that's honestly kind of where I class this racing wheel. Like if you're like this dedicated hardcore racing fan building this nice, you know, racing sim setup, I don't think I'd recommend you point you in the direction of this wheel. You know, there's a lot better ones out there. I mean, we're not doubting that by any means. But again, this guy runs right around $100. Sometimes you can find it for a little bit cheaper on sale. And for that price, I mean, you just can't go wrong. I used some fancier wheels before. I've used the Logitech G29, I believe it was called. Fantastic wheel. It has force feedback, so every time you hit the turns, you know, it's kind of, you know, jerking you around. Or if you hit the bumps on the side of the road, it kind of bounces to town. The pedals were metal and everything. It had the clutch. Really nice wheel. Twice the price. So again, if you're just like that super hardcore racing fan and you want it to be as real as possible, yeah, I'll point you in the direction of, like I said, that G29 is fantastic at twice the price, you know. But for someone like me, like you just like, you know, dabbling with a little bit of Forza here and there. So I know some of you are wondering, man, can I use this on PC and my PlayStation as well? You know, because there's a lot of Microsoft or PlayStation licensed stuff that you can use across the board, right? Or Nintendo stuff even. This guy pretty much only works on the Xbox, right? It does work on PC, but only for Microsoft games. Like I played some Forza Apex, I believe it was, and it worked fantastic. Then I tried dabbling with some F1, and it would not work at all, no matter what I did, configuring or, you know, anything like that, checking my devices, it would not work. I think this is the perfect solution. Just kind of think about it. A regular Xbox controller runs around what? $50 to $70, depending on what model or what style, design, whatever you want, you know. And this guy's, you know, $90, give or take a little less if you can catch it on sale. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Playing a racing game from a controller to a racing wheel is a world of difference. You know what I mean? Like, once you use the racing wheel, you're just not going to have any fun playing a racing game with a controller again. And believe me there, because it's just completely different. You're just kind of like, what the heck am I doing now? You know, you'll never be able to do it again once you use a wheel. But like I said, it's just so fun. And once you use a wheel, like I stated before, you'll never be able to race with a controller again, you know. Sounds kind of snobby, right? But I'm telling you, it's just that fun, and it just brings the game to life that much more. And at this price, still, I keep on preaching on the price. I think, and again, I've used that $250 Logitech wheel before. As great as it was, I sold the thing on eBay because I couldn't justify the purchase. You know, I don't play racing games every day, you know what I mean? But when I do, I want to use a wheel, and I couldn't justify a $300, $250, whatever racing wheel sitting over there until I decided to play a racing game, you know? So that's kind of where I put this wheel right there. It really fits the bill. It's absolutely a blast. I think it's built great. Again, for the price, it's not the best, but again, for the price, you're getting every dollar's worth, you know, and I highly recommend this racing wheel. So as far as the giveaway, what all you have been waiting for, right? How this giveaway is going to work is this going to roll into our 5,000 subscriber celebration video, right? We're just now wrapping up our 1,000 subscriber celebration video. Thank you again, by the way. That one will be ending on June 1st, right? So you guys, some of you have been with us for a while, you kind of understand how it works. If you don't, go on and check out our 1,000 subscriber giveaway video, because that's exactly how I'm going to do this one right here. I might not be able to do it, you know, drawing everyone's name like that. I'll have to do the drawing a different way. But anyways, that's kind of how this is going to work. This is going to start our stockpile of our 5,000 subscriber giveaway products. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It should be right there. Yeah, right over there. Just hit that. The sooner we get there, the sooner we do these giveaways. But hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.